First official build video of the Forester. So IAG short block, IAG heads, Grimspeed stage 1 cams. Also going to be rocking Grimspeed Top Mount, Maperformance manifold, IAG Up Pipe. I'm going to run regular MLS Permatorque Velcro head gasket, should be alright. A bunch of other goodies over here. Factory manifold, ARP Head Studs, of course. Try to change it all over. Complete silicone hoses. And do custom fuel line setup, probably in a later video. We got flex fuel goodies here. TGV Deletes, IAG. Going to be running IAG's side feed to top feed conversion rails with ID 1050cc injectors. Upgraded oil pump, upgraded motor mounts. And that is the gist of it. Some other goodies coming. Going to be running Force Performance FP Red Turbo. And custom fuel lines from a pump. I think we're running an AM 340, I think, for a pump, which should be more than enough to make around 400-ish on pump, probably well over 500 on E85, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting the heads and everything on this IAG short block. Alright, heads are on, torque down. Probably going to check them again in an hour or so, see if we got a good consistent torque on them. Usually with these ARPs it's good to come back like an hour later just to double check that your final torque held, even though they have you do a 3-step, but we'll double check them just because I don't want to put head gaskets in this thing later on. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the cams in loose just to hold the lifters in. I can't final put them in yet because I need some anaerobic sealant for around here for the cam holders. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those in, and then put the pickup and windage tray and the pan on. Alright, cams are in temporarily, not going to stay that way. Oil pan is on, along with windage tray and the pickup. This is not the original oil pan. The original one's actually over here. You can see it's a lot wider, kind of. But we have to run a different pan because of the Maperformance manifold. This is the blown up motor, if anybody cares. So, came with a cork gasket. I doubt I'm going to keep that. I was using this for mock-up to run a turbo drain and everything. But we need this bump here to clear this manifold. Because if you look, when you put this thing on, you need that bump there to clear this runner. So I'm kind of weirded out by this manifold. It's super nice, but for some reason it doesn't want to go on these studs evenly. So not sure what I'm going to do, if I call IAG or rotary out the holes there. We'll see, because this is an extremely expensive manifold. But yeah, so that's progress for now. Not a whole lot more I can do till I get the sealant. I can't put the oil pump on because I still need the activator for the anaerobic sealer. But that's basically the assembled IAG, basically complete stage 1 and 1-ish, I guess, long block. Alright, picking back up on the Forester build. Got a little bit more progress done. I didn't really film it. But I got TGVs on, upper intake on, this crossover is on that I'm actually going to end up having to take back off because there's cooling lines that run under it to the back side for the heater core, but that's okay. Fuel lines are mocked up. I'm going to make the bridges today. So goals for today: get all the timing stuff on, all these gears for the AVCS, all the idlers, tensioner, new belt. I also have to seal these cam plates here. You have to seal them with anaerobic sealer because they have ports in them for the auto valve control on each intake cam. Same thing with the oil pump, which was quite a task. I filmed a time lapse of it. It looks like a total struggle while I did it, but that's okay. It's this anaerobic sealant, like the surface has to be perfectly clean. And you use a thin bead, which I used way too much the first time I put it all on, as you can kind of see it coming out of the sides here. And then there's like an activator you have to use, which is this stuff here. You have to spray one side of what you're putting on, and then you have to put it on like perfectly lateral, like no side to side movement. It has to place right into spot and then bolt it down So that was a struggle and a learning experience. I've never used that stuff before, but this whole Subaru thing in general is a learning experience. So I got water pump on, inlets on. So yeah, main goal for today is all the timing stuff. I got a bunch of things that I gotta coat. It's like a mounting piece, holds some timing components. This is that cooling line that runs under the crossover here. Bolts here and here, and then goes down to the water pump down here. Won't be able to finish it all because I only need some elbows for these, because all the ones I have are shot. So ordering a bunch of silicone elbows. You get throttle body put on. That's about it. I did get a different oil pan because this one is for an FXT, which is what this is going in. However, it hits the back of the water pump. This is where the dipstick goes in, so that's not really going to work out, and I need to have this for our header. So I ordered a pan. This is off an 06 STI. I'm hoping this one works. It looks like the thing for the dipstick is like farther off to the side. So I don't know, we'll see, but at the same time it also looks like the exact same pan I have, so I'll have to mock it up and find out if that's gonna work or not. So yeah, not gonna film painting those because I doubt anybody wants to see that, but when I'm ready to do the cam covers and all the timing stuff, I will probably shoot a time lapse of that, and then once it's all timed, I'll show spinning it, making sure everything's in time, and we'll keep moving from there. So let's just go ahead and get into it, I guess. think I'm gonna stop here for now. I wanted to get it all timed and everything, but so this AVCS gear is new because we actually broke the sprocket on the old one. This is the other side, which is original, and I'm not sure if I want to use it because this old motor spun like 3 bearings and blew a rod out the top of it. So I'm just worried about contamination and everything inside of that timing gear. I'd rather just not take a chance because it's expensive short block, expensive heads with lots of expensive parts on it. It's just not worth it. I think I would rather wait. We'll order a new right side VVT gear, and we'll just put the new gear on it. Another thing too that I don't think I showed on these Subaru motors is they have this, like, they call it an oil separator plate on the back, and I don't really fully understand it or what the purpose of it is, but you basically seal this plate here with just like RTV. Basically I just use black RTV because that's the best for oil, and then you put these 5 Allen heads in, and then you've got this one black one here that's got almost like thread lock on it that has to go with this arrow here. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but that's something to note if you are assembling one of these motors, is this oil separator plate. Apparently it's really common for them to leak from what I've read, so I would definitely make sure you seal it up real good. Other than that, waiting on some other parts still, waiting on all the lines for the AVCS, getting new VVT solenoids. Those are coming in. I did make the front bridge for the fuel line. We're running 1/2 inch. It's going to bridge in from the pump in the middle here. This is perfectly symmetrical, so this is in the dead middle with the exact same lengths of line on each side. That way it's not affecting anything. So I was gonna do the back side for the return, but we have an Aeromotive pressure regulator on order that should be here next week, so I'm gonna wait to do that because I want to mount the regulator actually on the engine, along with the bridge, which is over here. So this bridge is gonna go, I'm not really sure where yet. I don't know if I'm gonna put it off to one side or try to fit it in the middle, but that's gonna have to connect to the regulator, and then it has a port for a fuel pressure sensor for the ethanol and everything. But that's kind of where I'm at for now. These are sealed up with the anaerobic sealant, as you can see. You want to use a really small amount on these, like really small amount, because there's actually like oil passages in here that feed these auto timing gears. So like a real thin layer, like almost to the point where you can like barely see it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Waiting on parts, so I will probably go ahead and put this video together, and the rest of the assembly will be on the next one.